Cookie, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Are you a good girl? Yes, you are. Yes, a good girl. You daddy's wee cutie, aren't you? Huh? Welcome. Day 3. No, day 4. I'm already into 4 days of working this, and it's going to be an important day for me. It's a Sunday morning. It's beautiful weather. Sun is absolutely beautiful. Reminds me of the south of France right now. Just a beautiful temperature. You can hear the motorbikes going in the background. And of course, this is why I come. This beautiful cottage, which is going to be refurbished. I have it pulled beautifully even at the minute. A couple of wee stones there needs to be dealt with, but the area has already started being set out, ready to rock for, I'm going to be putting scaffolding up, taking some of that roof down and fixing a lot of the stuff. Today I'm going to start taking on some of the stuff on the inside. I've got electrics to pull in, brand new electric line to put in. I'm probably going to put a duct in though. I have to check the condition of them rafters, them beams, and hopefully there are no wood rot or anything like that in it. If there isn't, I will get it treated. I will take this girl down. Does it go to the top? So that does go to the top, and it supports the roof line, which makes sense. So I'll need to get that prop before I pull that down. The plan is to, I was thinking about the windows, and I was wondering, do I leave them as is, or do I extend them, make them bigger? Personally speaking, I'd rather make them bigger, but that means major reconstruction and having to put brand new heads in, which I don't mind doing, I suppose, but it would be a waste, wouldn't it? I think it would kill the look. No, I'm going to leave the windows as they are. That's exactly what I'll do. I'll shut up about it. Because if you wreck them, if you change them windows, I think you're, yeah, no. I'm not going to change the windows. I was going to change the windows, but I won't. I will keep the same window size, and I'll try and find alternative ways of getting more light into the building. The roof, which I forgot about, because we are putting vaulted ceilings in. Anyway, let's have a look at over here. Let's have a look at what needs to be done here. Now, interesting fact, this girl, try to find out what was going on. So I went back at the old heritage plans, and it turned out that that hole, this is really class, listen to this. This gaping hole here, which I won't fall into, was a pump house. That was a part of a building that went up to these joints, and it was a little tiny pump house that you accessed and you pumped your fresh water out of for the building. That's where we got our water from back in the old days. Took me a while to find out, but that's what that was. So this may be an underwater tunnel, but it's also the location where, let's have a look here. What's on the rope? Oh, that's where the previous owner was getting his water from. That's exactly what was going on there. There's a pump in there. An actual pump. Ah, makes a lot of sense now. So the previous owner used this as a water pump to take the water for his house. All right, Cookie? Yeah. So I'll get that all scraped back, get that all cleaned up, and that is going to be I'm going to put the pump back in, an actual Victorian pump, hand pump for there, and I will most likely rebuild this little house that was sitting here. It's exactly what I'll do. You see, bit of investigation and you get shit done. Anyway, so there we are. So I was hoping for that to be burnt down by the time I came back. It didn't catch fire. That's okay, but this did, and it created an enormous fire. There used to be a trunk here, remember? And that trunk it didn't catch fire either, of course. So what I need to do is I need to get the riddle. I need a riddle. There's that big trunk. But everything that's inside, it's gone. Set fire to it. Bit of tin left, some metals. They all need to be pulled out and set to the recycling centre. And then hopefully, after burning everything, time and time again, this will be back to a soil, and then I can riddle it and put it over to a beautiful area for topsoil. This girl has to go. This is a boat trailer. Whether I sell it or dismantle it and sell it for scrap, I don't know. Maybe I should get a scrap man to come and collect it. And of course, we've got yesterday's issue, which I've been thinking about. It's not really a part of the cottage, of course. I should be remembering that I'm working on the cottage, not that. But I am concerned very much so about that part of the building of the steam house. This is the steam room that belonged to the chimney here. And this wall is starting to decay like the wall that used to be sitting here, that had to be pulled down before it killed someone. And that itself is also in the bad state. It is in bad shape altogether. So what I'll do, just bear with me. Cookie, will you look after the camera for me, bub? You look after the camera, okay? You do that, yes. So I'm just going to move this back. I'll just let it swing down. Okay, I'll show you this. Oh, so this boat that's currently parked in there with all them bikes, that's a bit strange. Them bikes never used to be here. Them bikes used to be sitting further down. I wonder, has someone been here and thought, oh, I'm going to collect because there's actually a working dinghy called Sloopy Doo with a couple of engines. But I have a funny feeling. Look at that arch sitting there. There's another arch. See, I want to save all that. That has to be saved. But I don't know what to do about this. This worries me. This side of the building really worries me. And the condition of the roof line is pretty good, Nick. It's a massive building. It is a massive building. This is where the steam room used to be. Smell of pee in here. Something not right here. But this is a massive building. It's full of ivy here. I'd say that's where the ivy's getting in. But yeah, there's all sorts of wee bits and pieces need to be lit up. There's another boat. There's another boat sitting there. I hope you can see that. It's a really strange building, this. But it will be a class office for the house. So we're going to pull this girl out, this Sloopy Doo. It's got us all the sails and everything, look. all the sails. Maybe I'll put it up for sale. Put it up for sale. Funny guy. Well, there it is. So there is my day's work. All right, Cookie. There's my day's work. I pulled this away, the tree. I don't know if you remember the tree. That's all been broken down and pulled away. And that most likely will have to be pulled away. I'm not doing that today. I'm just not. Look at that over there. So see the arch? That can't be pulled away, but that's been put in with sand and cement. Some will use sand and cement and not lime mortar. And you can see the difference in the standard even. It's terrible standard. But that needs to be also pulled away. But it cannot be without having to take the inner beam out. But I'll do that's again, that's another project. Anyway, I need to stop talking and I need to get working. So I'll update you as I go. So we just take one more scan of what I've done or what I'm doing so far. Bada bing, there it is. This should be pulled back a bit more now. I don't know where to put it. I might put it over here somewhere beside the, put it over here. Maybe get rid of that. I don't know what to do with it actually. You know, you just don't know what to do with stuff. Whether to sell it or to scrap it. And there's all my scrap metal so far. Yeah. All right. See you soon. I finished my day again. Haven't had much time to film during the work that I got to do, purely because it's been so hectic. But the good news is I have finally scraped back the land, put the last big ditch there. It's all nice and flat so that I can get work vehicles in. What I've also done is I've just had a look at some things, just a couple of bits and pieces, including this here. I found another building, and of course there's me supposed to be doing the cottage, but of course I go and start some other project and have a look at it and get inquisitive about it. What I found here, look, if you have a look at this is amazing, this thing here. This is in the part that I broke down, but look at this bloody thing. Now this, I have no idea what she is, but all I can tell you, it's a big giant slab. It seems to be prefixed, big hole in it, and some sort of lines in it. And of course it goes to this girl over here, which is a massive iron plate with bolts in it. So that used to go across there, of course, but I have a funny feeling this used to be the turbine room, purely because there's some just little hints with the steam and that sort of stuff. But come on up here. This is the back of the property where the chimney is. Look at this. So there's the giant chimney. And over here, as I was pulling out, trying to get this big wall. Do you see this wall? This is a sluice wall. This is the wall that carries the water into the water housing. This girl here goes all the way down there. Quite the thing. But underneath me, I found a crap load of concrete. And then I realized there's the foundation of a building. So this used to be another building. What building it was, I will never know. There needs to be scraped back properly. But again, I tell you what I did find. It's like a dead line going all the way down here. Now, what I probably think that was water coming through here, had escaped, and it was ridged. Yes, there's it there. These are serrated, look. These are actually serrated. So what happens is the water's been sliding out of the sluice gate. There's a massive sluice gate behind here, a massive storage tank, and water's been escaping through the wall. And instead of it doing what it does, they've put in some sort of drainage point, which means because it's here as well, which means there's a possibility there's something here. So I would say that would be cool to get that uncovered. So I'm going to get that uncovered. I assume there's a drainage system here somewhere. There's a lot of underground water tunnels. I've noticed that, a lot of underground water tunnels. So I got to pull this back to the edge of the land, get all this land cleared up. There's a crap load of stuff here, it needs to be burnt. There's the back of the main water housing, or the water mill. That is the back of her. First time it's seen light of day in a long time. It's never seen this sort of thing. Isn't that right, cooks? So that was me playing, as usual, messing around when I should be looking after the cottage. I'm well ahead of schedule, don't worry guys. I will keep in with my, what would you call it, my 3-month, 12-week process. I hope anyway. Put the bet on who Big Al won't do it. Anyway, so come on Cookie, come on Bubba. So I'll just show you here as well how much I was working. Got this all sort of flattened out. That's all beautiful. That Hyundai has not let me down yet. It has not disappointed, I can tell you. It's done a lot of work. There's a great little sidekick of her when you're trying to put the digger and you're trying to scoop the digger whilst pulling back. It scoops to the side. It really, really is a class act. There's a lot of power on the side, which is really, really good. But I'll just show you here, out in the entrance. I'm going to take photographs today of all the buildings, and I'm going to get artificial intelligence to work out some things. But here is the, I pull out the side of that verge to sort of clean it up a bit before I put the bush in. Well, I'll just stop for a second because I have a